I just want to see Cheese pop out a Warrior of the Depths. Probably the most one of the most underplayed heroes in the game, next to Goblin Shaman.
Just like I'm a perpetual boy of meta, but even I can't find a place for him. I tried so hard. I tried so
exactly.
hard. But the Hierophant just does everything better. Like, hands down. Just way easier to play, way more value. Like, even like if you are an absolute god, you could get something out of him, but you're not gonna get
Goblin Shaman being picked up. Goblin Shaman has been selected.
Well, there's a man after my heart. This guy at least has some utility. I'm surprised to see him picked on a small map. But maybe Dracir has some fancy stuff up his footing. That was...
Also, so we see a Chain Lightning and Totem of Sparks getting picked up. Kind of interesting. So you mentioned yourself that you're a man of the off meta, and you play a lot more races than I do since I play the off race meta meme of humans. What do you actually see picked up in terms of Shaman builds? Is this something that you'd see as standard? Talk us a little bit through that.
Yeah, this one is pretty much bog standard. You'd usually actually get Arcane Force before Deep Waters, especially against zombies, because then you just rip one Chain Lightning, you pop the Totem of Sparks close to the flag, and then you don't have to do anything else. The zombies will die, and you just walk on. The problem is with bandit camps, they're a little bit more tricky, especially if they get pulled apart like that, which Cheese did here, which is super annoying for our boy there. So
I think what we're seeing here too is kind of an interesting mind game by Dracir, because Cheese is playing this like he's playing against an occultist that he won't be able to contest the clan standard of. Meanwhile, this goblin is actually just going to be able to run around and start early capping the middle, where I think the Hierophant would have a big advantage early game on in actually cap wars. But I think that he's thinking he's playing against an occultist, so Cheese is going to focus on capping his close sectors.
I'm not entirely sure if when he pulled those creeps, he might have seen it, but I think Cheese just wants his level 5. Like, he knows the win condition for the Hierophant is level 5, especially after the nerf now. Like, she's still okay, but he just goes creep, he does his own thing. He doesn't really worry about the Orc that much. The trick is here more that the Goblin Shaman is a lot safer against the Hierophant, because yes, you can pull the Hierophant into a Hunter Blob, as you usually do. The problem is Cheese is not going to let that happen that easily. And a Goblin is just much safer in the back line, can just poke, and he's a god at poking, especially late game. So if you can get rid of the front line, the Hierophant isn't that scary anymore.
Now, I also wanted to check this just because I wanted to make sure. Cheese is operating on 11 ping right now. So we'll get to see Cheese's best micro pop out in games like this, because they're both European players. They're both going to be local servers. It's going to be really easy for these guys to micro really well, and that's where Cheese especially shines.
Yeah. So that should be pretty damn tasty. I'm so happy to see the Goblin Shaman. It's one of my favorites.
Me too. That's such a...
Have you ever looked at him building a flag? He just controls the hammer with his mind.
Silly.
Beautiful.
He's so silly. Oh, man.
If he can get past level 5, or like if he can get up to level 7, he's gonna be in a really good situation, because that golem is pretty strong, especially against like dwarven front lines.
Also, so we do see that Cheese has completely neglected to cap his map. So we see that the Orc player has taken the whole map.
Oh! I was about to say bad game for Cheese because he almost lost an axe wielder there, but perfectly calculated, gets away on 10 health.
He is so good. When he loses units, I'm more surprised than when he actually keeps them alive. When he keeps them alive, I was like, yeah, he kept them alive, sure.
Ah, now there's a man after my own heart. So Dracir is basically gonna contest the army. He's got a totem of Vex, minus 15 attack power and minus 20 speed against the dwarven units. So that's gonna be pretty nice. The question is, I wonder if you see some totemic might later, just to keep his stuff a little bit more alive. It's only like a 5% buff. I'm still not entirely sure if it works with Arcane Focus. It seems to be, but it's basically negligent what you get out of it. But just that 5% buff on like a Goblin, pushing it up to 30 resistances, can really make that an even better tar pit than they already are.
He also just spent his first 2,500 gold on 5 Fire Orbs, so he knows that this Axe Wielder Rush is coming, and he's getting as ready as he can.
Oh yeah, you know Cheese is gonna, like, even if he doesn't go Axe Wielder Rush, he's still probably gonna out-macro you anyway.
Absolutely.
So that's a pretty good
And in general here, too, I really like that pickup by Dracir, because you know that you're winning right now on sectors, right? You have the whole map. You have both of the contested sectors and both middle sectors. you just have to hold. You want to upgrade these to Frontiers as fast as you can and have your Shaman be as efficient as possible.
Ooh, Cheese might lose some units here against the outpost. Oh, nope, just get out.
Very close.
But I think this is about the time. Yeah, Cheese has kept everything that he wants. Is he teleporting? He is teleporting. So this
He's
is
going to go
where
down to try to take
where he starts to hit the lumber mills.
Great building placement by Dracir, though, putting these lumber mills both on the side of his middle base, so you can't just run around and snipe him as Cheese. Really good placement, really thinking ahead there.
Yep, the problem is, if he actually ends up losing those, the wood and stone situation for Dracir, like, I think he's playing a really greedy build. He's got 6 goblins and that's it.
Yep.
So
he's already, and he's negative on all of his resources, so he is locked into what he's building right now. He cannot change.
He is tech rushing. So
and level 5 hit by the Hierophant, so we're going to see this aggro start to come out.
Oh, damn, I think I'm behind. There we go.
Oh, I can do a quick pause for you. 351.
Okay. I'll pause there as well. Oh yeah, I'm like 10 seconds behind. Poor me on my machine.
Okay, I'm at 352.2. I'll pause and wait for you to get there.
Yeah, I'm at 350.55. Exactly.
Okay, so I'll hit to 355. I'll pause, then we'll sync up. Yep. All right, so 355. Go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Excellent. And
so we see, the small amount of scoundrels. Ooh, picking off an axe wielder. Fire orb completely whiffs though. Oh god.
Well, he hit one guy. It's still a whiff, but
second axe wielder going down. Third axe wielder very, very low. Stealing all of those potions. Sparks totem missing completely though, unfortunately.
Yep.
Nice chain lightning. He's reducing the axe wielder count really, really well here.
It is
great healing.
Oh, here comes the barrage, is it? Oh no. Yep, there you go. Oh, the shotgun. Beautiful play.
Oh, loses the shaman, but really importantly, kills every axe wielder.
Yep.
Oh, but here comes the parade push. Oh god, I didn't see this many axe wielders. Look how many are coming down to take this base out. Scouting post also locked in at 75%. He is choked on resources, so he can't get this up right now. And not enough scoundrels. He has no shamans.
Yeah,
for a few seconds here.
If Dracir didn't lose his Gobble Shaman, he'd be in a really good position. Now it's a real toss-up. Oh, nasty barrage. No mind.
And how far away is the shaman? How far away is the shaman? Just respawned. Okay, so it's gonna jump back in right away.
There he comes. Really should have probably invested. Like, I don't know if the fire bombs were necessary. Probably should have just gone for the armor.
I think maybe 1 or 2 fire bombs, but definitely not all 5. I don't think you're gonna be using them that much.
Yeah.
Great Sparks totem placement, though, is going to lose another axe wielder. Okay, really impressed right now by Dracir keeping all of these axe wielder numbers down. Level 4 hit by the shaman. No. But really impressed. He is keeping in mind that the most important thing here is keeping the number of axe wielders down. That's really what matters here.
Yep. The problem is, with 7.5 minutes in, that's usually when you already see all those iron mines coming out, and he's a little bit behind on that. They are starting to come out. Let's hope it's fast.
And he has tech. He has been able to tech, and he's got both middle sectors, so he can just all in these iron mines when he's actually able to get the resources up.
We're under attack.
Very, very good. Let's see. He does have the war pit. The hunter upgrade is coming in now. Looks like he's still lacking some resources in that regard.
Shotgun. Oof. Shaman taking the half health immediately.
But it's really just all about stopping those axe wielders pushing your stuff down.
Building complete.
Absolutely.
So finally someone making a case against the best player in the game for the Gobble Shaman. I'm so proud.
Building completed.
I'm really excited to see this. We never get to see the shaman really get played, and especially playing against Cheese, picking shaman. That's all right. I like it. That's a gutsy move. But it's working out so far. I mean, he's been able to trade really efficiently. He's killed quite a few of these axe wielders, and he did lose his shaman that one fight, but he's only 1 level behind right now, and he's got the whole map cap. So we are seeing Frontier getting upgraded to a Frontier fortified outpost. So that base is going to be really hard to take. Same with the Iron Mine base in the middle. He realizes that...
I hope we see the bells rung. Okay, he's just going after the building. Oh, the shotgun again.
Shotgun's so good against scoundrels. Oh, they're so flimsy. Shaman's in a lot of trouble here, actually. Loses all of his scoundrels. We might see the greed starting to punish him here.
How's our build here for... okay, we just hit level 4 with the shaman. Yeah, we don't have much extra. Just mostly mana regeneration. So
we also are on capital now done for the dwarves. So we are seeing now that the we just hit tier 2 for cheese. So
but to be fair, considering he's basically no army, just a couple scout builds, These are some really good holds here. And that's what I mean, like
He's done a
Gobble's so good at poking.
He's done a really good job of managing to keep all of his bases alive and then upgrading them. So even though Cheese is able to run around and kill all these scoundrels really don't matter. Oh no! Shaman's 116 health. He's trying to hide in the corner. Shaman goes down a second time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a big deal.
Yep, 3,000 gold in the bank. He's gonna need to spend that on healing potions. Well, I think the first tier 2 armor is 2,500, right?
Yes, 2,500 and then 5,000.
Yeah, I think that's... At this point, he kind of has to pick it up. He can't really wait for more gold. Otherwise, this just keeps happening and happening.
Hey, the Orc legend himself, Aqua, just said in my chat, I'm pretty confident Shaman's the way to go against early aggro. So maybe this is something developing now, with Shaman being the way to play against if you know someone's going to go aggressive.
Well, I certainly will praise the Gobbo for it. I've been argumenting that way forever. No one listens to me.
I think that... Especially with the Occult is getting tuned down, we might actually see that. Because again, magic damage early on is so important. We're seeing a bunch of axe wielders attack this fortified outpost. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to do it or not. Fortified outposts are really tanky, but it looks like the axe wielders are starting to chop away. Already almost at half health.
The biggest problem for Dracir at the moment is he's just keeps throwing away his scoundrels. And
he really does need to be able to build up a ball here before he gets... Oh, first Hunter coming out, so we do have a Hunter check of 1 at this point. He is going to lose his fortified outpost, though.
Yep, down it goes. Oh, decent damage on the Hierophant. Almost got her down there.
Oh, these axe wielders are so low. 1 at 4, 1 at 5. Just, oh, turn around, hit him. Oh, there's like 4 axe wielders that got out of there with less than 10 health.
Oh,
that hurt. Another good shotgun, baiting that in. Only picking off 1.
Yeah, the chain lighting really gets scary on the higher levels, or if you like just fully commit to it. But since we have like a spread out build, which serves him well in the defense, the poke is not as strong as it used to be. So you only hit like, no, I say only 10 targets for 110 magic damage. But if he gets the focus and level 2 out, it's gonna be a whole different matter. Oh, it's beautiful. It's still beautiful though.
Now, something I just checked in with Dracir real quick, he is minus 14 iron right now, which means his hunters are going to be pretty far behind. He's got to be able to pump that iron out. So right now he's going to have to be maxing out a bunch of scoundrels. Only one hunter coming out of this next round of units. So he is going to be at... he just lost another hunter, so he's only at 2 hunters right now. So he still is behind. He's almost turned the corner. He keeps almost turning the corner here, but he's not quite able to do it.
He did manage to dodge the stun shot there, so no shotgun Gobbo this time. Unfortunately, the chain lightning didn't bounce.
Doesn't bounce at all, yeah. Also, Hierophant getting into the back lines here, it's going to be able to cause a lot of disruption. We also see our first sentries coming out now. So Dwarves now confidently starting to tech switch. I think that Dracir really needs to be able to hold on to this next few seconds right here. If he's able to hold for just 60 more seconds and not lose all of his hunters here, I think he'll be in really good shape. But he just can't quite turn the corner. Cheese is keeping the pressure on too well.
Yep. I think this is just the case of the Bruce Lee situation. Cheese has done this 1,000 times, whereas Dracir maybe has done it like 15 times. So
absolutely, I love that.
He definitely has definitely a build that has a lot of promise here, especially against Cheese's playstyle. He just needs to refine a little more, streamline it. He also forgot to upgrade his scouting post in the north, for example. So that's also why some iron isn't coming in. But if he manages to refine it, not lose as many gobbles in the early fights, then he's really onto something here.
Absolutely, and we still see a split base situation here going on. The problem is he dumps so many resources into trying to keep this base alive, and now his miss rallies are really hurting here. I'm getting parade push flashbacks from StarCraft 2. We also see our first fire golem out now from Cheese.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah, so really good against goblins. Just a 90 now with the cleave. They did lose their siege attack on the melee stance, but I think their siege stance actually got a bit buffed. So they're really good units now, they're just very expensive.
And one thing that is important to note is Dracir has managed to restabilize his economy quite a bit. He has really healthy numbers of all resources, not floating too much, but he is not also behind. He will lose this middle base most likely, though. He's not going to be able to defend. His shaman shopping, he's going to TP, but he has like no army with him. His scoundrels didn't rally properly.
Yeah, a bit choked up at the choke points, but that's a really nice totem play there. That's a lot of value.
Oh no, but Shaman getting stunned, and now it's dragged down. We also see a 3-level disadvantage right now for the Shaman. Middle base goes down.
Yep. But the barrage was out. And the Goblin is getting some value here. Not too bad. The real problem is he lost too many Hunters. Or like just too many units in general. So this Golem has pretty free reign here. Hunters did lose their strike resistance.
Shaman's going to go down again, it looks like, too. Oh, it's very... Yeah, Shaman's going to go down here. So that's now 3-0 hero kills right now from the favorite cheese.
Level 7 for the Hierophant. Okay, some boys coming down from the south, but they're gonna get caught off by the scouting post. So if he just manages to play this build a lot cleaner, then we really have a contender here. So I'm excited for the future. But I'm pretty sure
I think so too.
Take this. I don't want to jinx it, but he's just playing it so well as always. We have five Stonehold maximum production on the Granite Hall.
Yeah, we are seeing really the macro machine right now. We also see this Granite Hall pumping out Fire Golems. He has 4 Fire Golems queued. We see, is he going for tier 3 yet? No, he's sticking on tier 2 for now.
He also doesn't have any upgrades, but he doesn't really like any of the upgrades, especially maybe he might get the Golem upgrade at some point. But
one thing to note though, Cheese is completely out of food in his right-hand sector. And he hasn't started, he just started transitioning now, right, as I started talking to farms. So he will be choked on food.
Keep in mind, he's choked on food. He's in the positive after having queued up about 30 units beforehand. And
that's true, that's true.
We have no more room
so he still has a lot of time here. But these totems are just so nice.
They do a lot of damage. It's just, at this point, he doesn't have anything to combo with it, so they're not able to full kill these dwarves, and then they just take out his base, and that's another iron base down, which is really, really bad for Dracir. I think that's going to be game.
Looks like it. Unless it's a weird connection thing again. No.
No, session has ended. Yeah, that's game. I think you're absolutely correct. I think that was a very close to being the other way. He was so close to, Dracir was so close to turning the corner like 3 times. And if we actually look overall score, Dracir was winning.
Yep.
He played that really, really well. But I think the Bruce Lee analogy is fantastic. Cheese has done that so many times. He's been in those scrappy games. He knows exactly how to navigate it. And I think Dracir was just slightly behind. And if he wasn't playing against the best player in the world, he probably could have come out on top on that.
Exactly. But very good show. I hope he sticks with it. Taking off, how many did he kill? 54 units off of cheese. That's pretty impressive. Don't think we've ever seen anyone that expecting. And yeah, also the missing upgrade on the northern sector hurt him as well so heavily on the iron production.
Hurt him a lot. Yep. He just needed like 60 seconds of non-fighting or confidently winning a fight to go back and macro appropriately, and I think he would have been able to take that game.
Yeah. And Cheese coming in saying that he was worried that 15 Axis couldn't kill a tier 2 outpost for a second there. Repair is apparently a joke. Well, he did have the Totem of Vex, and he did get a pretty good saturation, which is, what was it at this point? I think like 40% reduced damage on multiple axe wielders, so I don't know, someone calculate that. So it's just all of these little things that kept him down there, and he almost pulled it off, and I'm excited for
really. I really was excited to see that go as well as it could. He really did play that, I think, quite well. It's just had to be a little bit cleaner, and against Cheese, he's going to exploit that. So that means Team Cheese, Team Hirin now tied up 1-1.